Hello, Crafty Budgeters, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Brittany. On this channel, we are working to craft a budget and a lifestyle to become debt-free. Yeah, I'm back. Did you miss me? Did you miss me? I missed you so much. You do not know how much I've missed all of you. It has just been a month of months. It's about a month and a half. So this is just my video to say I am back and getting back into the swing of things and kind of giving you an update of what's been going on, where I've been, because I know a lot of you have been reaching out on Instagram, on YouTube, checking in on me, making sure that I am okay, making sure I'm alive. I am, but I'm going to just give you information about like what happened, where I've been, and where we are going. So if this is your first time watching one of my videos, you might not, you're probably a part of the fam if you're watching this, but if this is your first time watching one of my videos, I'm working to get our family out of our $175,000 worth of debt that we started with in 2020, and we have been working really hard every month to make this happened. And I've created this community, this family on YouTube that has really become a part of my life. And y'all, I couldn't just like peace out on y'all. Like some people were like, oh, you probably stopped YouTube. And yes, I did. Your girl did. And yeah, I'm just going to be open, honest, vulnerable with y'all for a little bit. And I'm just so happy to be back. And I feel like I have just a refreshed, renewed, just like mind, body, soul, spirit. And I'm really excited. So you ready? Put on your seatbelt. Story time. Here we go. So I think my last video was the end of April and we are in June, and pretty much you probably, if you watched many of my videos in about February, March, April, we're kind of getting the vibe that your girl was just like something was going on, right? Your girl wasn't in the same just like spirits like I was last year, and like just things are just piling on top of each other, and I was already not doing as many videos, and I just felt off, like something was off. And I realized that I got to a point at the end of April that I just needed to step away. I was getting to the point that I didn't want to do any videos. I wasn't trying to go on nobody's YouTube to watch anyone's videos or to watch any videos not even related to budgeting. I just wasn't motivated. And that was a moment that I really had to sit down with myself and realize, like, you need to take a break. You need to step away, because the love and passion that you have for creating content on YouTube, sharing our budgeting journey is gone. And the reason why it was gone, it wasn't just like one thing. There were a lot of reasons, I think, that added to why I just was kind of at like a standstill with everything and just not really in the mood for things. And all of it boils down to the saying that my girl Rochelle from Rochelle Adamson Budgets was like, life was lifing. And if I go back to just January, as soon as the year started, it was like one thing after another, between multiple people getting COVID, myself, my son getting COVID, between just other things that were going on with just life and work, and my husband broke his foot. I shared that with you. It was just, everything was piling up one after the other, and I just had to stop. And I had to really do something that was totally not related to YouTube. And so for the month of May, I literally just like took time for self-care. And you know, I talk about the importance of self-care, and I learned a lot of that by being on YouTube, and just from my girls on YouTube, and just understanding how self-care helps in so many different ways. And I definitely took that advice. And by stepping away, I was able to just start to do some other things that I know bring me joy that I wasn't being able to do. Being on YouTube, no joke, is like a full-time job if you are a content creator. You are thinking of ideas for videos, you are creating the videos, you're recording it, then you're editing it. Now on top of that, having a full-time job where I'm commuting at least 45 minutes to an hour every day, to being a mom to a 3-year-old, to being a wife, all of that, it was just, I felt like I was losing myself in like a weird way. Like, I don't know if I had a midlife crisis. Maybe, I mean, it's not even really midlife. It's like a 30-year-old around that age crisis, but it was. And while I didn't want to tell myself and like really realize that I needed this just reset button, it was 100% needed. So what did I do? So the first thing I did was, as you can see, your girl cut her hair. Cut my hair. I did it. I did the big chop. I will put a picture here of what it looked like before. Y'all know my hair was long. I cut it to here last year, and then I was like, you know what? I just need something different. I felt like I don't know, like I felt like I just needed like a reboot of everything, like a refresh of everything, my style, my clothes, I just needed something different. And so finally I did what I've always wanted to do. I don't want to say always, but over the past couple of years, you know, I've watched all the videos and seen other people do it. And I'm like, there's no way I'm ever cutting off my hair. And when I tell you, it was the best decision ever. I love it. Now, some people are like, we love your long hair. Great. My hair will grow back. But this is actually my natural curl, y'all. So the reason why I wanted to cut my hair is because I needed just a different look. But I also really wanted to get to a point where my natural curls were able to just grow and develop. But I had a lot of heat damage. My ends, it was like dull and flat. Ugh, I just needed something different. So I went in to a new hairdresser. I know. How's that? It's a friend of mine, her sister, and she gets her hair done by her, and I looked at all of her stuff. I went in for like a consultation, and she was just going to do my regular hair and like wash, straighten it. And she was like, this is what I would do. And I told her in that moment to just cut it. And everyone in the salon was like, what? You're going to do it right now? And I'm like, yep, just do it. And I did it. And it has just been amazing. I never really realized what people meant when doing it. You just get this like rejuvenation and just, I don't know. I can't put into words, but I cut my hair and I love it, y'all. Wash and go. This is a wash and go. I put a little kinky curly curl custard in it and I'm out the door. Yeah, my girl Tina from A Pink Cloth, I see you. You are the one that started it, the trend, and I jumped on board. So yeah, I cut my hair. I then made a point to really just take self-care, like make sure I do self-care. And so not only going to get my hair done often, I wasn't getting my hair done at all. I was doing it myself. So now I actually go get it done. I should get my nails done every 3 weeks, y'all. But you know, I never got my nails done. I'm like, natural all the way. I can paint it myself. But there's something about like getting my nails done and just taking time for myself. So I actually have an appointment today to get my nails done. So this has been 3 weeks. But y'all, I'm like on Instagram finding new like styles and stuff. I know I have my girl Nail Tech on a budget. You gotta like help your girl out, like give me all the colors and stuff like that. So if you're watching, count me out. But yeah, so I just took the time to take care of myself and just find out what I really wanted. And what did I want to do? I wanted to focus on just, yeah, feeling just different, just feeling different, but still like being me, but yeah, all of that. So that's what I did. I then started reading a lot more. I actually do audiobooks. So not necessarily reading. I know there's some people that it's not really reading. If you're listening to it, listen, it is reading in my book. So I have read at least 3 or 4 books within a month and a half. And it is just awesome. I am very much a like closet, like slight romantic, slight, I'm going to say it on it. It's like borderline erotica, but not really, like giving you the little like steamy moments. I love those. I was able to sit in on a live with my favorite author, Jasmine, Guillory, and I got a signed book from her. And yeah, so I'll put a list of the books that I've been reading. Tessa Bailey has been one that I've really been liking as well. And she has like different series, which I really like, series books that build on each other, like pull characters throughout the books. So I've been doing that. I've been watching more TV. So y'all know I started the Downton Abbey series. I finished that in like a month. I actually saw the movie with my mom and my mother-in-law and my dad and some family friends. And I've just been, what else have I been doing? I've been spending some time, my husband and I have been watching other just TV shows. But again, giving me just that space that I'm not just doing budgeting all the time or thinking about paying off debt. And wow, that is 100% still important. I think what happened is that last year I only focused on budgeting, paying off debt, doing videos, and I got burned out, y'all. I got burned out. And I needed to find something else that I enjoyed doing outside of this. And knowing that taking that break allowed me to get to this point where I feel like I'm ready to go and I have such a good plan of what I want to do in the future. It's so needed. I'm going to do it more often. So like every maybe quarter, I'm going to take maybe like a week or two where I don't do YouTube and I just take time for myself because it is needed. It is needed. Budgeting, doing all of the things can get tiring, and you need to be able to sit down and really reflect and make decisions that's going to be best for you. So that way I can be the best for y'all, right? So I need to take care of myself before I can really be on here and really give as much as I want and be as passionate as I want to create content for you. So I've been just changing and just growing into this new woman. There's some other updates that I'm going to hold off until things are confirmed a little bit more, but you got to stick around with your girl. So that's to come, but I also just want to give you some updates on like what has been going on for the past like month and a half with my budgeting. So like I said, I didn't budget at all. I made sure all of the bills were paid. I made sure that there was like buffer in my like checking account, but when it comes to getting paid, going into my Excel spreadsheet, writing things down in my planner, your girl did none of that. Nothing. And while in the moment, like I knew I had things covered, you know, like you create a good foundation so that way, like if something happens, you can step away and like you'll still be okay. And I was totally okay. But then when I got to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm ready to get back into it, I knew that it was the time. I just knew. It wasn't like I was dreading budgeting. It was like, okay, I got paid and now I'm ready to sit down and create the budget. And that's when I knew I was ready to come back to YouTube as well. Because beforehand, I didn't want to do any of that. And so knowing that I had that spark again, I'm like, okay, it is time. I feel like I'm ready to go to hit the ground running again. Another update, so I didn't do any budgeting. I didn't do any cash envelopes. I didn't do any sinking funds. I didn't do any savings challenges. I literally took a pause. I took a pause from everything. And I recommend y'all doing it too. I wouldn't say like totally blow the budget. That's 100% not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that if you're feeling like budgeting is becoming more of just like a job and just like a mundane task that you have to do, like maybe you just need to take a step back or try a different budgeting style or try a different savings challenge to get you to that point. Because I think if you continue on a path where it's just becoming that just like task that you dread doing, you're gonna stop totally. And I knew I didn't want to do that. So taking that break, taking that pause, maybe it's a week pause or 2 weeks. I took about a month and a half, and that was totally fine. In that month and a half, y'all, your girl had so much going on in regards to the budget. If you can tell, there is nothing in my sinking funds. My sinking funds are empty. There's nothing in my savings challenges. There's nothing in my wallet. I don't have it with me, but you know, my box that I did my 100 envelope challenge, that is completely empty. Completely empty. And while I was thinking, I'm like, oh, I'll do an unboxing video and like unstuffing video. And I was like, because that'll be good content. I'm like, no, Brittany, you are taking a pause and that this is your pause. And while it would be nice to show everyone how much you had and how much you took out all of these envelopes, it is what it is. Y'all know me. It is what it is, and that's where I was at. So there were some things that came up that within literally a month and a half that I had to drain pretty much everything. Not everything, because I do have like emergency and a savings in like my account, like checking a bank account. But in regards to what was in my sinking funds and in my 100 envelope challenge, to give you some receipts of why I had to give it away, one day my husband's car started making this weird noise when it turned on, and then it was like doing these like bucking stuff. I don't know what was happening. Took it to the dealership, and y'all, it needed a new belt. It needed like new brake converter stuff. I don't even know, but the bill came up to, y'all, you ready for this? $1,500. $1,500 for one car. And at first we were like, we'll do it in chunks. We'll do it. No. Your girl was not going back 50 million times. If you can do it now, you have some time, do it now. And that is why we have emergency funds, right? Like that's the reason why for all those like spur of the moment expenses that come up that you need to pay for, you have it already built up. So that happened. Y'all know I've always talked about our oil heat. My last month of getting oil heat, now it's the summer, we don't need it, was over $600. $600. Now, I'm only budgeting for a certain amount, not that much money for 1 month, y'all. So what did I have to do? I had to take it from either the sinking funds or take it from the emergency fund that I was building up. These past couple of weeks, I don't know about y'all, but especially if you have a toddler, daycare sickness took our family out. When I say took our family out, it took us out. And that's another reason why I had to also step away, because we were sick. Literally for like 4 weeks straight, someone in this household was sick. It started out with my son had a double ear infection and pink eye that then translated to both my husband and I, Mr. Crafty Budgeter and I, getting sinus infections and pink eye. Then not only we were like, oh, recovering, your girl got it again, where I was coughing so much that I had to go back to the doctor and get specific cough medicine, prescription cough medicine to like stop me from coughing. There was a week straight that I was only getting about an hour of sleep. I couldn't function. I was barely able to do my full-time job on an hour of sleep, let alone budgeting and doing videos. So another added point to the reason why I also stopped everything is because as a unit, our health was just like not there. And when I tell you, I don't know what's going on, like my husband, Mr. Crafty Budgeter, never gets sick. Never. We've been together for going on 8 years, and he's only been sick, I can maybe count on my hands, in 8 years. And when I tell you he's been sick multiple times with whatever is going on, whether it's the allergies in the season, daycare sickness, no joke. No joke. It took our family out. Took our family out. Thankfully, I was able to work from home, so I didn't have to take a lot of sick days. But between the three of us, it wasn't good. There was literally moments where I said, if I get sick again, I called my sister and called my mom, and I said, if I get sick again, I'm going to have an emotional, mental breakdown, and I might need to you to come up here because I won't be able to handle it. When your family's sick and also you sick, you still try to make sure things are running smoothly, make sure everything gets covered as best as you can. And I got to the point where I was running on E, and I was like, Lord, I can only handle so much. But if one more thing happens, I really will have a breakdown. And I was 100% honest in that conversation with my parents, and they knew I wasn't. They knew I meant business. And so thankfully, hallelujah, 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 we finally crossed the threshold. My son last week, it was his first week that no one was sick. I was able to go to work and no one was sick. Now COVID's picking back up again, and I just need things to pause. pause, because the weather's getting nice now. I'm trying to go on a vacation. Y'all, it is what it is. But yeah, so that is all to say that we are starting fresh. And that's kind of exciting too, because while I had taken this time to just refresh, reboot, and reset, I'm actually going to do that with my budget too, which is cool, because now I'll be able to really just be, you know, on this channel, I'm really real with you that this is my budget. This is how I do things. There's sometimes where things work out. There's sometimes that things don't work out and you have to plan and reset. And this is that reset button. And it's the half of the year, right? We're in June. We're resetting. We're going to set new goals. We're not going to reach all of our goals because things change, and that's okay. That is okay. Life happens, and you just have to know how to move forward and plan ahead. I'm thinking of my girl Britt from Plan Your One Life. You just got to plan ahead and make a plan. You know my motto: set the goal, make a plan, and execute. And that's what we're going to be doing. So I kind of shared where we are with our budget in regards to paying off debt. The bare minimum. You know, a lot of my side income comes from YouTube, and I wasn't making videos, meaning I wasn't making money, which is totally okay. It's not about the money for me, right? We're blessed that we're able to still pay our minimums for our the loan that I'm paying on right now. And I was able to use some of the money that would go to debt for some other things that we needed to pay. I had a little bit left over on a business credit card that I used for the Elevated Life Co. And I was able to pay that off. And if I was starting fresh with everything, I didn't want to have that going into it. So that is the reason why there's nothing in these envelopes. And that's okay. That is okay. So what does that mean moving forward? So it is June. What day is it? I think it's June 3rd. So it's June 3rd, beginning of the month. And I kind of just want to talk about where I see this channel going moving forward. So I definitely still want to prioritize budgeting, because that is key. You know how important that is for me. And what I'm realizing is that I think the reason why I got burnt out last year is because I was doing a video every Saturday, every Sunday, no matter what. I was either staying up late at night doing recording videos, editing, or waking up really early in the morning, or doing it during nap times. And while I still want to put out content, it might not be that I get a video out every Saturday and Sunday. What I will say is that I will have at least one video a week for y'all. Whether that's setting up my budget, whether that is cash stuffings. And this is just a side note. Another reason why I stepped away is because, like, even stuffing envelopes was getting boring to me, and it wasn't fun. And I'm like, something's not. I knew at that moment, I'm like, if this isn't fun for me, then I need to take a break. So we'll be doing either a budgeting video, or maybe I'll do budgeting, like show the budget on my Instagram. Here's my Instagram channel. And then I'll do the cash stuffings with you. I know y'all like to see money, but yeah, so they will be a video every week. It just might not be that I get 2 videos out per week. And y'all, it is what it is. It is what it is. So that's one thing. Another thing I want to do, y'all know that the reason why I started this channel is to really just provide information, provide awareness, talk about my own journey. And I felt like all I was doing was just budget setups and cash stuffings, when there's so much more information that I want to share about paying off debt, budgeting, the different types of budgeting, the differences between the debt snowball, debt avalanche, different types of saving challenges, all of that thing. So I also want to just add in more of just like these videos of me sharing information and things that have worked for me to help y'all with your own journey. And then the newest thing, well, hold on, before I talk about that, everything's still going strong with the Elevated Life Co. My girl Taylor has been awesome. Let me give a personal shout out to Taylor from Taylor Budgets. When I tell y'all that God knew what he was doing when he sent her and placed her in my life, he 100% knew. And when he placed us in business partnership, there was a reason. And Taylor has been the glue to hold the Elevated Life Co. together, because not only did I step away from the Crafty Budgeter brand, I stepped away from, not in a sense, the Elevated Life Co. I just needed a break from everything. And Taylor handled the emails, handled connecting with our production agency and all of that stuff. And girl, I love you, and I'm so grateful for you, because I would not be able to do all of this. Another reason why I come back is because of you. Like, y'all don't know this, but we are like friends outside of business and YouTube, and just checking up on me and things along those lines, along with many of y'all. My girl Kristen from Intentional Living, my girl Gab from Money with Gab, my girl Rochelle from Rochelle Adams and Budget, my girl Chrissy from The Mom Life, my girl Britt from Plan Your One Life, my girl Shalise, I think I said your name wrong. Oh gosh, I'm gonna put the right name in there. I'm trying to go through all of the names, but my girl from Mommy Trader, so many other people. There's a couple other people that I can't think of right now, but no, I love you, and I'm so grateful for our friendship and for y'all just checking on your girl, because it means a lot. Rochelle got many messages of like, girl, I don't know if I can do this. Like, there's something missing. There's a puzzle piece that's not connecting where it normally is. And I'm just also really grateful for just always, I call her my like mentor and my OG that I always go to. So Rochelle, thank you as well. Thank you so much. So, Elevated Life Co., there's some new things happening with the Elevated Life Co., so stay tuned for that. But the biggest thing that I want to share with y'all is that the Lord placed on my heart that I really, like I said, want to be able to really help others with their budgeting journey. And over the past couple of months, I've had a lot of people reach out to me asking me like to help them get started, figuring out where they are with their debt and with what budget's going to work best for you. And that is something that I love doing. And so I thought of, how can I do this on a larger scale? And so also talking with my girl from Coin Counting Mama on Instagram. This is a picture of her as well. Go check her out. If you are interested in virtual assistants and like how you can make side income from that, go check her out. Like, awesome. And she's doing different trainings along that. Thank you also, girl, for being there for me and just supporting me and through this past couple of weeks and past couple of months. But all of that is to say is that I am going to be creating my own online course. Get it, girl. Do, get it, girl. Do, get it, girl. I am so excited. My background is in teaching. So I have my degree in elementary and special education, and I work in education and not teaching, but I help students get to college that are from low income, first generation to college backgrounds, underrepresented backgrounds. I don't think I've ever shared that on my channel, but that is my heart. That is my passion. I've been doing it for over 11 years. And while I'm still in education, I don't have my own classroom, and I still just love to teach. I've been doing some budgeting sessions with different organizations and different workshops and businesses, and I love it. I truly love just being in front of people, talking about my own journey and talking about how I've gotten to where I've been and breaking down the process. Y'all know that budgeting, I always say that budgeting can be fun. It doesn't have to be hard, doesn't have to be complex. And I want to help other people get to that. So you being a part of this community, I talk about my journey all the time, but I really want to expand that and to give you more hands-on concrete stuff that you can really sit down and learn about the whole budgeting process. And so what I decided to really make it fun for me as well and to create more content is that I'm going to bring you along on the ride with me. Is it on the ride or for the ride? I can't think of my grammar people. I'm going to bring you along with me as I create my online course. And so I'm going to have different topics about the research process, about how I'm researching, and how if you want to create your own online course, and it could be on any topic. I feel like I know a lot about budgeting, so that's what I'm going to be doing on. So I'm going to be talking about research. I'm going to be talking about naming. I'm going to be talking about creating the course syllabus is how I'm going to call it, the content that's going to be in the channel. I'm going to be talking about how I'm going to price it. I'm going to be talking about the online portals that I'm going to be using. And so, when I am interested in something, I research it ad nauseum. So I've done all of my research, and I thought, what better way to talk about sharing information, but also talking about creating another side passive income that, like, once it's out there, it's kind of like set it and forget it. Income that you can use for you to save, to pay off debt, to really get you towards your financial goals. And I just thought it would be just cool to bring you along with me as I do it. Now, in the videos, now I'm going to tell you, because I know as some people are going to take what I say if I gave too much information and like take my own ideas and like run with it. So I'm not going to give you literally everything that I'm going to be doing for my course and like the full like breakdown of every module that I'm doing, because it's like I gotta keep stuff to myself. But I'm pretty much going to do this is where I think these are the topics that I think are really important when you're thinking about creating an online course, and this is how I'm going to implement it in creating mine, and this is what it looks like. So comment down below if you're really excited about this online course. But also what I really need your help with is, while I've created the whole course curriculum already, I want to know what do you want to know about in regards to budgeting, reaching your financial goals. There's many components to that, and so I really want to share that with you. One thing I'm going to talk about is like staying motivated, because literally I've gone through the process of not being motivated and falling behind, and how do you pick back up and get restarted. So this is something that I've been thinking about a lot, especially, you know, during Lent. I took time to exercise, but also took time with my devotionals, and just spending time with the Lord. And I felt like the Lord was really leading me in this next stage of kind of the Crafty Budgeter brand, and the things that I'm able to provide, and the information I'm able to share, and just my heart and passion that I have for this. And so this is it. We are about to create a course in 3 months. 3 months, y'all. The goal is to get my course out by my birthday. My birthday is August 30th. I want to have it done and ready to go the week of my birthday, if not on the day. Who knows? Plans might change. You live life, you figure things out, but that is the goal moving forward. So again, we're going to continue with our savings challenges to make sure that I stay on track, reset all of that. We're still going to be doing debt snowball. We're still going to be doing cash stuffings. I'm just going to be smart about it and be able to give you the love and passion that I know I have for this, but in a way that's smart, right? And a way that's the best for me and everything I have outside of this Crafty Budgeter person, that I can still give 100% to that as well. When I was realizing that I wasn't able to give 100% or even 90, 75% to other things, and this was taking up too much of my mental space, that's where the pause happened. So that is it, y'all. I am back. Are you ready? I can't wait. I'm so excited to just continue to be on this journey with y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. You know, I'm grateful for each and every one of you that watches any of my videos, that supports the Crafty Budgeter, that supports me and what that goal of being debt-free and reaching financial goals. And I'm going to be talking about new financial goals. I have a 5-year goal that I'll be sharing with y'all in a video. And so, yeah, I'm just so happy that I can come back to this amazing community, and I can't wait. I can't wait. So, y'all, new video will be out tomorrow. I'm going to be setting up my June budget. I got my stickers from Breezy Budget Shop, Brianna. I'm so excited. And y'all, I'm giving you a hug. Give me a hug back. Here's my hug. We got this, and I'll see y'all later. Bye. See ya.